Hey there, rock and fiddle players. This is Adam DeGraff from the Dueling Fiddlers. I thought I'd take a minute just to say, hey, we've been working real hard. We did sections 1 and 2 so far. Uploaded. A lot of you are still working on section 1, and I know a couple of you have already uploaded responses for section 2, which is measures 9 through 16, which is great. But I thought I'd just take a minute and just talk a little bit about a few things. First of all, I've had some questions about this violin, which is the grand prize. It's the one I've been playing everything on so far, right? So let's take a quick look at it. It's actually a beautiful instrument made by Jan van Rooyen, who is out of Gainesville, Florida. Inside it says Antonio Stradivarius, Cremona, etc., 1702. It is a copy of a Strad. And then Jan took the time to actually put in a special label just for us. It says, made by Jan van Rooyen after a 1702 Stradivarius for Adam DeGraff's 2010 Rock and Fiddle Challenge. The instrument itself, so it's a Strad pattern. I gotta say, Jan has done an amazing job. I think his varnishing technique, whatever he uses, is spectacular. I've seen a lot of modern instruments that I don't think come close. Now, he does antique these instruments, but he does it in a way that looks really quite natural. I'm sure if maybe he'll post a video about how he does that in response. Gorgeous scroll, just a really beautiful scroll, kind of the thumbprint of a real master craftsman. You can see how deeply cut that is. And, you know, I'll be totally upfront with you. This is a new violin, and it needs to be broken in. And I'm doing my best, but a violin like this really needs to be played on for years. And one little secret that most really good fiddle players know is that the more you play on a violin in tune and well, the better the violin is. You can really tell a difference. So here's the ribs, kind of a nice light flame. Profile of the instrument, very flat, not like one of those big fat-bellied German violins, which are still very nice, but this is very Italian. One piece, beautiful one-piece back, gorgeous back. You can see some of the antiquing that Jan did. I'm curious how he does that, because I've seen antiquing before that looks a little bit more like someone took an ice pick to it, but this is really well done. And then, of course, the tone of the violin is very nice. Which, of course, through my little web microphone probably doesn't sound great, but you know, if you want to know what it sounds like, either come here for a visit, or why don't you just go ahead and win the Rock and Fiddle Challenge, then it'll be yours. So, and if you remember also, the second and third prize, which I call them the runners-up, we'll have 2 runners-up, gets one of these beautiful bows from Char, a Presto Impulse bow. They're kind of intricate for a $700 carbon fiber bow. You can see the little button at the bottom, the nut, quite intricate with mother of pearl inlay, and then I love the look of carbon fiber. It looks like it's braided almost. It almost has like a blackish greenish tint. And you can see here all the hairs that are broken. I've been using this for a while. The Dueling Fiddlers just recorded a new CD, and I used this bow the whole time. I'm telling you, I love it. And I told Haig Afsharian when we were talking about Shar sponsoring this competition, I should call it a challenge, and that I wasn't really interested in selling anything. And he totally understood, and that was kind of cool. And then a student of mine brought one of these bows to their lesson, and I tried it, and I fell in love with it. So when I realized it was a Char bow, I called up Haig and said, you know, maybe we can do something, because I can talk about this bow because I really do enjoy it. So one of the things I like about it, it's a really nice strong stick, but unlike some of the other carbon fiber bows that I've tried, it does have a somewhat of a give to it, and it wraps around the string very nicely, and just it pulls a really balanced tone. So, you know, just thought you'd be interested to see some of this equipment. My thinking about this challenge is that it's definitely going to go all summer long, and it's a rolling admission enrollment. You know, take your time. If you're seeing this for the first time and it's September, you probably could still sign up. That's totally cool. And then eventually, what I'm hoping is that maybe, you know, early October, Anybody who's got the whole piece learned will do their best. They'll upload their version, hopefully without music, kind of by memory, maybe even a live performance. And then I will submit, some of my favorites, maybe my 10 favorites, to a panel of judges that will decide who gets first place and who our two runners up are. If you do a really great job, maybe the Dueling Fiddlers will even invite you to a show, and you can play it on one of our concerts. We'll see how you do. Let's see, have anything else to say to y'all today? A couple people ask where I live, and I have this home where I'm filming right now is in West Virginia, USA, and it's right next to the Greenbrier Resort, if you know where that is. Beautiful place to live, and it's funny because I'm a Chicagoan by birth, and I lived there most of my life and traveled quite a bit, and then ended up in Richmond, Virginia for a while, and was the first chair there in the orchestra. And then I kind of worked my way back and forth to Chicago from Richmond, Virginia, and kept driving through this beautiful area and realized that I could be anywhere I wanted. So when I left the orchestra business, I just knew that, I wanted to be somewhere else. So here I am. I love it here. And with all my traveling, we just spent a good bit of time in New York City and LA and London. We just get out a lot, so it's really nice coming back to a really peaceful, beautiful small community. Lots of good friends and just lots of fun stuff to do here. So, all right, I guess that's it for now. Hope you guys are doing well, and I wish you all luck with the Rock and Fiddle Challenge. Don't hesitate to send some messages with specific questions, requests, stuff like that. If you have suggestions as to how I can make this better, I am all ears. Y'all take care.